How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you how I turn my HO cars into copper tape track runners, because stock, they don't really run too well on copper tape without a lot of volts. And right now, this beast is running pretty damn good at 9 volts. So let's get into the video. All right, so this is what we're going to start out with. This is a Carrera Go pickup braid and 2 old Tyco 440 shoes. I mean, anything, you can use any kind of light gauge stranded wire for this. I just had a bunch of these Carrera Go braids, so I converted a bunch of cars over. I should say a bunch of shoes over, because you can take these shoes off and just put them on another car. But yeah, so let's get into it. Alright, so all I did was cut the braid off of the pickup shoe for the Carrera Go. I'm going to solder onto the underside of the Tyco 440 shoe. I need both hands to do that, so I'm going to turn the phone off. I'll bring it back on once I get that soldered. Alright, there you go. You see how I did that? It's just a piece of braid, full focus, soldered onto the edge of the shoe. So for the next step, this is what we end up with. Just took a slice out of the shoe there, and that's so I could bend this part of the tab over the chassis. And what you want to do, see if I can get this in frame, you want them to be opposite, so you have a left and a right. And I'll show you in a minute why I do it that way. Alright, so here you can see why I made a left and a right. Just gotta put the shoe on like regular, and then you bend it around the chassis. But on the outside, you got this little raised piece of plastic. It doesn't let you bend that section. That's why you gotta cut it in half. And then you get your left and your right. And here it is from the underside. So, last thing I'll do is I'll just take a knife and I'll scrape these and loosen them up a little bit, because they're packed pretty tight. But, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, get some tires on this, get a body on it, and show you guys some laps. Okay, so the last and most important thing that I almost forgot that I do is extend the guide pin with just a small piece of styrene tube, super glue it on, hot glue it on, whatever, and that'll it'll just let it stay in these bigger slots a little better. It's a little wider. The old guide pin fits right inside the tube. I think it's 16th inch tube, styrene tube, and that's all the difference. You don't hop out as easy with these bigger slots. There she goes. And an HO car on a 1/24 scale track. Pretty cool looking sprint car too. Midget. This is 10 volts. turn it up to 12. Let's see. Probably gonna fly now. Oh yeah. Whoa, spun out down there in one. Well, there you have it. I've done this to 6 cars now. Started out with the old looking street stock with the hogged out fenders. And I did the dirt late model, put the braids on the shoes for that. These are all Tycos. Just finished this midget tonight. This was actually the first modified I built for racing magnet track, but it's really fun to run on this track now. This one, this is a Tomy Turbo. I did the same thing too, and she rips. Put a little weight in the back. Just hot glued a short piece of brass on there, just to hold it down a little more because it likes to bounce around. Another thing I was messing around with was this old non-mag AFX. I put these big tires on there though to try to solder the wire on. I ended up melting the chassis. You see that popped up there. But yeah, I'm hooked on this copper tape thing. It's so fun just to open it up and feel the car slide through the turn. It's 1/32 track. We run Womps on here. But we also run hard bodies, 124s, Flexis, Carrera cars it runs. Actually just finished this body here. I gotta put some paint on it, but that's a 1/43 modified styrene body. But yeah, definitely fun. I suggest if you have the chance to try this out, definitely try it out. And big thanks to Scotty over at SCS Chassis. Check his page out. He makes these. He makes some killer 3D printed stuff. He's on some of the pages and stuff, but yeah, anything dirt oval related, I'm sold. But until the next one, take it easy.